We are making blackberry jelly today. Are you ready? All right, so now we got that out of the way. These are some wild blackberries. You find these, I found these in the park next to my house. They're the ones that have the thorns, so you gotta be careful and patient when you're picking them, or else you're gonna have a bad day. But you can see how they're nice and like dark purple or black color. We're going to boil that out of them and get all the flavor out of it to give us some blackberry juice. And the way we do that is get your stainless steel pot. You got water up to like the bottom level of the berries that are on the top, and they'll reduce down when we boil, and we'll see the big change in color of the berries when they're done. So once we get boiling, we want to keep going for about 5 minutes, and we'll get all that color and all that juice coming out of those berries. So now it's been 5 minutes. We've got these berries reduced down, cooked down. So next up, we're going to take them over to the colander and smash them and get all the juice out. Alright, we got all these berries transferred in this colander, and we got the cheesecloth in place to prevent any of the leftover berries to get into our juice. So we're already starting to get a lot of our juice. We'll just take this cheesecloth and start smashing with the wooden tool here. And now that we're all done up here, we'll just let gravity continue to do its work and drain the rest of that out of that cheesecloth bag. So now that we got our blackberry juice, the ingredients are pretty simple here. We got blackberry juice, sugar, and shear gel. So what we want to do is we got 4 cups of blackberry juice. I added an extra cup of water, and we got that on high on large burner. And we need a half packet of shear gel for the 4 cups of blackberry juice with the cup of water. So we want to throw that in there at the start of the boil, and we need to get that rolling. Now that we're started to boil, we just want to dump in all of that sugar. 5 cups of sugar, cup of sugar for every cup of liquid, and mix that in. We want to get that back boiling, and then we'll start our timer. Okay, now we're boiling. This will very easily boil over, so you gotta keep an eye on it. You do need to keep it like up like twice as high as the normal level of liquid. Otherwise, I'm told that the gel won't set nearly as good. But yeah, this is very easily able to boil over. So you got to be careful with your burner setting. On my burner, about six or so is where it needs to be. And so we got the timer started, and this is going to take 10 minutes. If it does start to boil over a little bit, you can cool off the juice a little bit by spooning it, let some air get into that and cool it down a little bit. But we're almost there. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes and probably about done with our boil here. If you can see, you can tell when you're done by when it really starts to get a little bit more surface tension, gel up on the juice. So all that's left is to put this into some jars. We got the jars in the oven here just to sterilize them, and we'll load those up. So now we got our soon-to-be jelly put in our sterilized jars. One of the things that you'll need to do is scrape this foamy stuff off the top. I mean, you don't have to, but it's kind of just like tastes like a gelatinous foam. Texture is pretty bad, but yeah, the good stuff is right there. You don't want this type of stuff in your PB&J. But last part here is to hot pan. Take our paraffin wax and seal these guys. So just enough to prevent any of that juice from being exposed. And once we let these cool off here on the countertop, they will be ready to go in the freezer, or not the freezer, the refrigerator, and they'll last you for several years. But yeah, now's the time to, I guess, thank Mom for all the blackberry jelly from when we were kids. And yeah, this stuff is really good. You'll never do store made or store bought stuff. After you taste this, they're packed with flavor, real concentrated. They got all that sugar in there to bring out the sweetness, and this stuff is you'll never go back. So enjoy.